So we're going to start this day out. We got a door order we need to give as a rush order. So I'll cut the machine on. First thing we're going to do is, let me switch this camera. So now that we're back to the PC out in the shop, we're going to open up Gerald doors. We got our patterns. We got our G code. We're going to run this first sheet. And it's a flip sheet. We have G code set up for it. So what I've done, I've slid a sheet over off our stack onto the CNC. You see how it's got a little bit of a cup there? We don't want, if we're doing a flip sheet, we're going to pocket the back side. So you want the cup to be on the back side flip sheet first. So when we flip the other side and we're cutting, it's going to release pressure and it's going to raise the opposite way. So we want to flip the sheet now so it'll suck down better on the flip sheet. So let me go flip that real quick. This one's warped pretty bad, so it might not suck down. We're gonna just give it a test to see what happens. The moisture temperature changes a lot during the day, so it creates a little issue. So we're gonna come over here and pull up a G code. So for our machine, we're gonna go back to product, and then we're gonna go to our Dropbox folder, and then H10 G codes, and we're gonna go find that file we're doing, Gerald doors. And we're gonna click it. We're gonna go to our G code, and we're gonna cut this line because we were doing spool board earlier. And then now that we're gonna run a sheet, we're gonna take it off spool board milling. Here you go, spool board working. And we're doing a flip sheet, we're gonna leave this disabled because the first time we're gonna flip it, we don't want to push off on our unloader. So ready to cut, MDF, and then what we're gonna do is run the first sheet. You always do the flip sheet first, and that way the cutout is on the standard sheet. So we're gonna do the backside operations first. So we're gonna drag this to this corner because when we flip, we're gonna flip it over to this corner. So it's gonna drill these index holes. See if we can zoom in for you. You can see, look really close, you can see that it's drilling our holes for our spool board. When we flip it, it's gonna index. To the holes that we have in our spool board. So we're going to start on that side, it'll drill those holes, and then we're going to flip it and line it up on these holes. So we're going to start this program. We drug it over, we're going to hit start. It's going to pop this up. I just want to show you how this work board won't really suck down. We're going to switch to board, but I just want to show. So it pops up yellow, and it's showing, hey, we're waiting for the board to be loaded. And what that means is it's waiting for the vacuum to be activated. We got 3 vacuum pumps over here. So with this foot flip, it activates the vacuum. So it sucks the panel down most of the way, and I could probably force it down and have the vacuum hold, but I don't like doing that because customers are paying for a good product, so we don't want to give them more material. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this sheet and then put a different sheet on, and then we'll start. So we're going to pull this sheet and swap the sheet. Okay, this new sheet looks a lot better. We're going to push it to that corner against the fence and against that. We're going to lock it in place. And we're actually going to tap it just a little bit off the fence because, like I said, we're having an alignment issue, so we want to not fight it when the pin's going. So you're going to pull it like a 16th off both fences because it's going to drill index holes. And when it drills the index holes, it's going to line up where the new lineup is. So if you were just less than a 16th off the fence, and the reason being, like I said, we're having some bearing issues, and our head to spindle holes, we're having to fight a little bit, and we're off by like 0.1 millimeter, 0.2 swing until we get the bearings replaced on that, which is happening next week. We have to make some things accommodate so we can allow for any issues. So when we put this, we don't want it to be off by 0.1 and rub against this fence and fight to get the fence up and down. So now we're going to hit the vacuum and see how we suck that panel out nice and tight. Everything looks good, everything looks solid. So it's going to do the foot shoot first. So we're going to come back to the screen. It's waiting for us to push start because the vacuum has been shot or pressed. So we're going to press start. Vacuum on. And the program's going to run. It's going to do all the drill holes first. It's drilling the flip sheet index 5mm holes right now. And it's going to switch to our 35 or 8mm holes for hinges. And then it's going to turn around and do the 35mm hinge holes. It just finished the sheet, the back side, so we'll come over and look at what's going on. See all our hinge holes are drilled. We can look at what that looks like in our program. It should match. So if you're looking at the back side of your sheet, basically we're looking at the back side of this. We're looking at that. So it should look like that because that's the way it's sitting on the machine. So you see that hinge hole, hinge hole, hinge hole. So hinge hole, the doors are going this way. So what we need to do now is we need to flip this sheet 180 degrees like this, where these holes in our spool board line up to these holes right here. So I'm gonna flip this sheet real quick. So now flip the sheet. You can see that these holes line up with these holes all the way around. So we bought these 5mm by 6-inch dowel rods, basically shelf pins off Amazon. So what we do is we put it through the hole and then we'll match it up. You can kind of see where I'm going to line them up. So now that it's finished with the pocket, it's going to switch to that 1/8 inch bit. So it's going to clean this radius corner up to where it has a more square corner. So now it has an 1/8 inch bit in there. So short 1/8 inch down here. It's going to run just on the outside of that line. If your D's set up correctly, you shouldn't be seeing the line on there. But as it comes around the corner, you'll see it. I'll show you when it comes to this side. It cleans up that corner a little bit. It's going to have a weird shape to it because of the way that the bit is doing this operation. how we have a weird little step. This is where it's supposed to, which is just here, not all the way. Now this pass is going to clean up and come right to the edge. So now it's doing the recut. So we had a first pass that got close to the edge, and now it's going through the second step of our tool library. When we did our panel proofing, we had 2 days of cut. This is showing the second case of the pass. It's up that way. So if you look at the first one, it was offset from the edge. So it went like right here, hit the edge. The second pass comes through and cleans it up nicely. So we have a nice clean contact to it. So next thing it'll do is switch into a cutout. So it's doing the final cutout. It looks like it's just about done. It's doing the biggest piece last. So when it finishes, it'll reset back for a push off. So see how it's going up, it's resetting and getting a push off ready to push the material. If you look over on the control in here, we can scroll over, and this sheet of doors is taking 26 minutes. This is flashing saying, hey, it's ready for push off. We walk over here, the push off, everything looks good. It's ready to push. And then we have to come, we can either push the start button there, or we can push it on this end when you're at the conveyor. So we make sure the conveyor is 100% clear. Then we hit start, and it'll push the sheet to us. The conveyor start, and see you push it. And while it's pushing down, we got vacuum that sucks down right here at the edge of the conveyor. It sucks most of that sawdust down through this. We'll still have some sawdust, but it gets the bulk of it out. So now that that's done, it's going to shoot back. And what we're going to do is get another sheet going before we mess with labels on this. So we're going to set point it to get the machine, or we'll come down here and do a park. We do a park machine, and it moves it faster than set point. So it's going to push it back that way. Push it back that way as soon as I hit start. And then we'll load another sheet. And it's going to move over there. I'm going to load another sheet, start at the next sheet, started cutting, and then I'm going to come over here and label this. So now that I got the second sheet going, and I readjusted the sheet code so it fits and we don't cut very easy, I'm going to get over here while that's cutting that sheet and start labeling this sheet. So then this is pattern 1. We'll go pattern 1. And you can look at it. You have a door, and a door front. A door, and a door front. That's it. So I can grab this first one, and I can hit print label. So print the label for the first one. Not print all. Label. Print label. Good. So I'm going to start labeling these sheets while that one's cutting. Then we have a touchscreen monitor coming for our next computer. A CNC setup, so we won't have to use a mouse over here. Just touch and print.